Hi, everyone. How are y'all doing? Can you hear me? Hopefully everybody can hear me. Not sure if you can.
Yes, you can.
Okay, great. Okay, so I am going to show you some zines, some really cool zines from our collection. And I'm going to also show you how to make one. I'm going to share my screen a little bit also so I can show you where you can get a handout to know how to make the zines and to show you the zines research guide. But first, I think I'll just show you some zines. Actually, I'm going to share my screen for a minute and show you where the zines research guide is so you can look at that while I'm showing you zines if you want to know more about how to actually find zines at Alkek Library. And zines is just short for magazines. It means self-published. It's usually underground content, non-mainstream. Let me go share my screen. Oh, I can't do that, can I? Jessica, can I share my screen?
You should be able to.
Let's see. Okay, I see it. Okay, great. So I'm going to share my screen here. And let me move this over. Okay. Can everybody see that? It's the Maker Day guide. So if you scroll down the Maker Day guide, which you can get to from the library homepage by clicking guides and typing in Maker Day. And then, or you could type in zines because that's what I'm going to go to in a minute. But if you go down here to the 3 o'clock slot for zines, I've got a link to the zines research guide. And right here on the homepage of the Maker Day guide, there's the Make a Zine, Maker Day zine. So that's what I'm going to use in a few minutes to show you how to make a zine. But that's a PDF that you can download. Okay, so I'm going to click on the zines research guide. And then you've got all the zines that are in the collection at Alkek. A lot of the zines are made by students here at Texas State or alumni by Texas State alumni or faculty. I buy most of the zines at San Antonio Zine Fest or the Lone Star Zine Fest in Austin. And it's just local artists from there and from here and from Austin, like the whole area. Okay, and then here's like, how do you find the zines at Alkek? Now they're in the zine collection on the 3rd floor, hanging from a closer rack in these bags that have facsimiles of the covers. And you can take the bag, you can browse them like t-shirts on a rack, and then you can take the bag to the checkout desk and check out the actual zine to read it. And there's some really fun stuff. And they're not all just normal book format. A lot of them have extra things, which I'm about to show you in just a minute. Okay, and then this is also another zine that you could click on and print out. It's the zine that has all the information about how to make them, how to find them, where to buy them, how to find them at Alkek. And this, you could fold this and make it into a zine. So once I show you how to do that, you can use that one too. Okay, and then there's a definition. And then we're going to click on handouts for making zines. That's that same thing that's on the Maker Day guide. Okay, let me show you some zines. I will stop sharing my screen. Stop. Okay, so I've got some in my office here. So this is one of my favorite zine makers, San Antonio based. He doesn't really, a lot of zine makers don't really put their names on things. I have to ask and I have to get business cards from them. They aren't like, it's not like regular artists where, you know, they want their name front and center on their work. This is more of a, people just want to publish something to get their word out. But a lot of the ones that I buy, and especially this particular zine maker, his material is very fun. I think his name is Carlos. I don't have it right here, but the series of zines that he makes, it's a series called Warship. So just like magazines come out and have volume 1, volume 2, or issue 1, 2, 3, 4, he's got Warship has issues. So this is the Wes Anderson issue. I'm going to hold it up and then you can see this. So Wes Anderson, the director, and look at all the detail in here. Let me see if I can turn off my background because it's messing up the, don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that right now. I meant to do that before I, let's see, I don't know how to do that. Can y'all see it okay? I guess it's kind of going in and out. I will watch what it looks like there. I don't know how to get to the settings. Let's see. Do y'all know how I can get to the settings?
Trisha, sorry, Tara.
Yeah.
If you go to your start audio, or I'm sorry, your start video button, when you hover over it, there's a little arrow next to that.
Video settings.
It's the icon at the bottom that says start video. If you click the arrow right next to it, click choose virtual background.
Ah, yes. Okay, and then choose none.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you. Who is that? Donna?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now, thanks to Donna, y'all can see this better. So yeah, Wes Anderson's great. And then the another reason I really like the Zine Maker is he includes, like, this is an insert, even other smaller book forms within this book form. He adds like kind of 3-dimensional things or 2-dimensional, but that spin. There's another insert. Okay, and then this one even has a library card, like a pretend library card for checkout. This one came with, he always adds buttons and stickers and things like that. Even the packaging, like this was the packaging for this issue, like a little bag with a sticker with Worship on it, and then button. There's the button that came with it. There's the Zine Maker patch. I like that. That's cool. And then postcards. This one has postcards with it. And there's some folks at the library here that when they process these, they do a fabulous job. And they make a archival container with a copy of the cover. That's not actual size like they are in the bags in the zine collection, but they give you an idea of what's in the container. Okay, so let me show you a few more. And then we'll have a few minutes at the end to make one. Okay. Oh, here, I'll show you this one. This one is Yes Ma'am. This is alumni from Texas State, El Mentor and Susie Gonzalez. Great artists. Yes Ma'am is a feminist zine. And let me take out, they're just real simple, like one sheet of paper that they've taken, or several sheets. I guess they've done like 4 sheets or so and then folded and stapled. That's it. That's how that zine's made. And that's how most zines are made. And then of course Xerox. That's another big hallmark, trademark of a zine, because like I said before, people are trying to get their word out. They want to basically make mass copies of their publication. So, and they're usually free because that's how bad they want to get their word out. Okay, so there's that one, and then there's one more. And I usually get every issue of Yes Ma'am when I go to the Zine Fest because I see them there selling their zines, but they give them to us for free. Okay, let's do another Worship. This is really cool. This is the David Bowie issue, and it's got, again, he made a package for it. It's got like a little envelope that everything goes in because there's a lot of stuff in here. And it used to have stars in it, like confetti stars. When you open it, they would fall out. They've all fallen out now, though, because I've showed it in a lot of different classes. And then here you got a postcard, and this one's got a couple of zines to it. Look at the middle part is really cool. And then stickers, buttons. There's the other zine that's in it. Okay, and then there's more stickers, lots of stickers in this one. And then it's got a poster on this really, really neat metallic paper that I like. And so one of the things I do with these is when I show them to the classes, like 2D design and 3D design, it gives them ideas for their projects. They're often assigned to make a zine using their photography or just to make it with any medium they want. So this gives them ideas of different forms. So this is called like an accordion style book form. It's just a set of postcards, but it's also called an accordion style book form. So let's look at a few more. Does that sound good to look at a few more before I show you how to make one?
Yes, please.
Yay. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I like this artist. This is an artist out of Houston, Sarah Welch. This is Mystic. Let me see. I think it's called Mystic Multiples Press. So they have their own press. They print everything on a risograph printer, and they do everything in this green and black and white. And so they have a risograph printer in the Art and Design School of Art and Design. I thought maybe we were going to get one here, but I don't think that's right. Right? Is Noah still there? I don't think we are. Or is somebody, Andrew or Hythea? I think I already asked this question. Y'all told me not. We aren't getting one right now. If somebody types that in chat, I will see it. Okay, so that's that one. Not in the cards for the moment. Okay, thanks, Andrew. And let's do, oh yeah, let me show you this one. Oh, here, before I even do that, let me show you this one. So there's also, I want to show you this Warship one. So another issue of Warship. It looks like a record. This one's all rock and roll themed. He always does them different themes. Directors of movies. And different other cultural. This one's got a lot of inserts in it too, and stickers and patches with this one. Okay, and then just a couple more, and then I'll show you how to make them. I have to show you one more Warship because this is my favorite, maybe my favorite one, just because of the format. So this one is Warship number 2, the Cronenberg issue. So this is David Cronenberg, the director, movie director, and it's supposed to look like a VHS tape case, or like a VHS tape, which is a really neat, it's like, so zines are also a type of artist books. Like they fall within that larger category of artist books or handmade or interesting format book forms. So you've got stickers, and then he's got another insert that holds several zines that are bound by this or just wrapped around it with a image that looks like a video cassette. Okay, I showed this in a class the other day, and the professor said, well, a lot of them might not know what that is. I thought that was funny. Got stickers, buttons. It's got the postcard. This is the TV that was in the movie. And then here's all the zines. And these are really neat. Look, they're within one big cover. Okay, so y'all should definitely check out some of the zines. They're really easy to browse now. That was all a lot of work from a lot of great, really awesome library staff to help make the zine collection happen, and a lot of great support statements from the School of Art and Design faculty and librarians here. So I'm going to show you one more, and then we will make a zine. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Okay, so this is one of the first ones that I found when I was looking online, just to try and kind of find just some really basic, simple directions of how to make an 8-page book out of one sheet of paper, as basically a zine. I found this artist called Mark Snyder, and he has a really awesome website. He makes these little books that are called the Artist Book of the Month Club. So I subscribed to it for the library. They don't come out every month. And their catalog record for this is really funny. You look up Mark Snyder and find the catalog record for him. It's very funny what it says. It says something like, actually doesn't come once a month, or I don't know, it has some funny language in it. So then this is a good example of how you can see how it's made. And I'm about to show you how to do this. Okay, so that's how this little 8-page book is made. So you can tell, maybe if you're starting to think about how you'd make it, that you have to know which directions the pages are going to be oriented, especially if you're going to print on it like this artist has done. He's done lino cuts and then printed that on lino cut is like a big block of linoleum, and then you ink it, and then you you run it through a press, or you could just press it. But if you run it through a press, it presses into the paper more. But then he's made copies of it, okay, of his lino cut print. So, but yeah, you can see how the pages, you'd have to know what direction they would be oriented if you were going to make it on a computer before you're going to print it. If you're just going to make it on a blank sheet of paper and then draw on the pages, you don't need to know the way that they're going to be oriented, because you will find out soon enough. All right. So, but these are really funny. These are a great one to come look at. We have a whole box of them here. Okay. Let's make a zine. So if you want to follow along with me, all you need is a pair of scissors and a sheet of paper. You can use a blank piece of paper, or you could download the guide that I just showed you, the PDF on the zines guide. If anybody wants me to show the guide again with how to get that PDF and download it, this is it. Just let me know and I can share the screen again and show you how to get that. I could probably put a link in the chat too. So you can use this one to make the zine if you want, because it is going to have which way the pages go, and you can draw over it, paint over it, tape over it, collage over it, whatever you want to do. And it does even have little tiny, one of the pages is the directions of how to make a zine. Y'all see that? Right there. Okay, thanks, Jessica. And it has page numbers. So like this is page 2. Okay, and then there's page 3 is upside down. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, is use a blank sheet of paper. But you can fold that one that I just showed you, and it will make a zine. Okay, so here's the basic directions. You're going to fold lengthwise. Okay, lengthwise first. Try to line the pages up as best you can. Try to get it really even. It works better that way. Okay, so we've got our first fold lengthwise, half sheet of paper. Now you're going to go unfold it and then fold it widthwise. Holding it up. Okay, and then once you've made that fold, you are going to fold it back down the middle again, lengthwise. Okay, so we're making our folds. Now you're going to fold this end into the crease, the center. Fold it in like that and make it meet the center. Okay, then same thing at the other side. Fold it in, make it meet the center. Sort of like origami. Okay, then, okay, so now what we're going to do is totally unfold it. We're going to make our cut. So you've got all your folds. You're going to fold widthwise again, and we're going to cut with the scissors from here to there, from the outside edge, not the edge that's open, this side, and then into the middle. So I'll get my scissors. Let's see. Okay, you could use an X-Acto knife or whatever you want to cut with. Scissors work fine though. So now we've got our cut, and then you're gonna fold the zine, fold back in the middle kind of, and you get this little peak. And then you take that peak, you kind of pinch it like that, and there's your pages. And then just press in on it. Fold that one over. And then you've got your back and your front and all your pages. Okay, so like if you were to do this one, this would be the front and this would be the back cover. Anybody want me to show you that again? Thanks, Gay. I can show you how to make it again, or you can, or we can look at the guide, or if you don't have any other questions, then that's it. Or we can look at more zines. We have a lot. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Trisha. Yes, you can still check out zines right now. The library is open to anybody with a Texas State ID. I'm not encouraging you to come here, but it is open, and you can definitely go get the bags that are hanging on the rack on the 3rd floor. It's right by the graphic novel collection. It's in between the graphic novel collection and the popular reading or leisure reading collection. And you can just, it's super easy to browse now. You just look through the bags. It's got the covers of the zines. And then that way you know which one you want to see. And of course, if you want to know more about it before you check it out, you can look up the title of the catalog, because all the zines are now in the catalog, and they've been scanned, and the cover, even the covers are in the catalog, like little thumbnails of the cover. And you can click on the cover and see the cover bigger in the catalog as well, just like the books.
Can we see some more zines?
Sure. Oh, I was just hoping you'd ask that. Okay. Yes. Okay, so I know I've showed you a lot of warships, but those are my favorite ones. And we have all the issues. So here's one more. This is the horror issue. It comes in another like package, kind of envelope. It's got a sticker on it right here. I'll get closer. You can see it. And then it's got all sorts of stuff in it. It's got monster size monsters. It's just it's all about monsters. And then here's the other, it's a bigger zine. This one's got a lot of really cool inserts in it too. Again, so there's like a smaller zine. It's a comic within the bigger zine. I think there's another one of those. There's another comic. Some really great art in some of these. Some really funny art, but also some really good art. Okay.
Did you see the question?
Let's see. Did you say this artist was local? Oh, thank you. Local from San Antonio. Yes. Yeah, and you can buy his zines at the Zine Fest. You know, it's weird because I thought that a lot of the artists that were at the San Antonio Zine Fest, I thought a lot of them would be at the Austin Lone Star Zine Fest when I got to go to that one a couple of years ago, last year. And they weren't. I was pretty surprised. So it is very different when you go to the Austin. It's just mostly Austin artists at the Austin one. There might be one or two artists from San Antonio at the Austin one, but the San Antonio one is super cool. It's at the San Antonio Public Library, the downtown branch. Big, beautiful library with like Chihuly glass sculptures, and just a lot of room to have the fest there. So yeah, he's San Antonio. I was trying to find his full name for you, but I think it's Carlos Aguilar. I think that's it. Let's see. I could show you. Let's see. Here's just another one. This is a San Antonio artist. There's one. Would it be interesting? I mean, I don't know if anybody wants me to show it, but I could show how to find them in the catalog. When do they have the Zine Fest? Michelle asked. The San Antonio one is usually the first weekend in October, and then the Austin one, that one snuck up this year. They didn't advertise it very well, and all of a sudden they had it. I think it was in a beginning of. No, I want to say it was sometime in February. It must have been. Yeah. So, yes, Chihuly, Trisha. But that was a great question. Let's see. This one might be made by a Texas State student. Let me look and see. A book of 24 drawings and 24 stickers by Brad Roloff. I'm not sure whose this one is. But really simple, just stapled paper. Okay. They've used some sort of, that looks like possibly screen printing or inkjet printing, but it looks sort of like some sort of print before they mass copied it. Some sort of printing technique. You're welcome for the info, Michelle. So could I show you real quick, 1 minute, just show you the catalog, or do we want to just end it right now? I could show you like a zine in the catalog so you could see what the record looks like.
Really quickly, and then
okay,
the last thing.
All right, awesome. I can do it fast. So share my screen again. And then let's go to the library homepage and click on the catalog. So let's look up, let's see, we'll look up Worship. There's the horror issue that we just saw, the Wes Anderson issue, the Cronenberg issue, David Bowie issue, Gabba Gabba. Oh yeah, the Stephen King issue. That one's great too. This one came with a little tiny composition notebook and pencil, buttons, stickers, all that stuff. But you can see all the things about it here, where to find it, and then more information about it. But also, it's got the link here to the zines. This is all the zines in the collection. 243 for now. I mean, there are more that are going to get cataloged. But if you click on that link, you've got, and then I'm almost done. But this is great. I'm glad I get to show you all this. There's the covers. They all got scanned. Hard work of our digitization lab and digital services in downstairs. And then also one quick thing I'll show you, and then I'll be done. Back on this catalog record, if you look here, it says also artist books zine collection. That's the full zine collection. And artist books collection. Remember, zines are a type of artist books. If you want to see all the artist books we have in the collection, because you can't see them, most of them are on the shelf. They're in special collections or at the ARC or in secure collections. You can see all the awesome artist books or handmade, interesting format books that we have, including the zines, with this link. And then that's it for me. I will stop sharing my screen and let me see if I can do that so I can say Bye. Okay. Thank you.